Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Virginia Association for Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Officers Virtual College Fair powered by StriveScan. My name is Julian. I'm going to be your facilitator for this evening. I'm going to go over a few housekeeping tips as well. I just want to say thank you so much for joining us, our presenters and attendees. So if you have any questions throughout the night, you can throw those into the Q&A chat box at the bottom of your screen. Please make sure you're addressing the presenter that you want to answer your question, and you can do this anytime throughout the night. It doesn't have to be just for the presenter that's speaking. Your camera and microphones are off throughout the evening, so all you have to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy the information. And then if you want to ever look back on any of these recordings, you can do so by going to strivescan.com/Virginia. We don't have any more fairs for our sessions for this fair, but if you ever want to go back and watch any other different ones, you can do so at that link. So we're going to get started with our first presenter for the evening, which is going to be the University of Massachusetts Amherst, and we're going to allow them to get their screen share up and running. And while they do, just want to encourage you to light up that Q&A box, and we'll give the floor over to University of Massachusetts Amherst.
Second here.
Yeah, no problem.
Something's going on.
No worries. If you want, you can probably just, instead of starting it from the beginning, you can just pull up with this on the side there and just click through as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. I had it all running, and now, hold on a second. All right, sorry about that, everyone. Hi, my name is Alex Seymour. I'm the Assistant Director of Admissions at UMass Amherst, and thank you for having me speak with you today. Although we are incredibly disappointed we cannot welcome you to our campus and meet with you in person, we're thankful to have the opportunity to connect with you through Zoom. Yes, Zoom, the gift that keeps on giving. Now let's talk a little bit about UMass Amherst and what makes it special. We are located in Amherst, Massachusetts, the Pioneer Valley. We are 3 hours from New York, 2 hours from Boston, and 1 hour from Vermont and New Hampshire. Amherst is rated one of the top college towns in the country. Amherst and Northampton have over 50 restaurants and shops. There's a free bus system that takes you all over the valley and to the other schools and the 5 college consortium. UMass has over 24,000 undergrads and 6,000 grad students. And a 15-mile radius, you have over 40,000 students within the 5 colleges. So you have 40,000 students between the ages of 18 and 27. So there's a ton of things to do. Not only are we a public university ranked in the top 30 in the country, we are a Carnegie I research institution. Only 7% of colleges and universities in the country have Carnegie I status. We also have the #1 dining commons in the country for the past 5 years. It's not #1 because of the great food, because of the options and the awareness of food allergies and dietary restrictions. And finally, what makes UMass really special is the options we provide for our students. We have over 100 degree programs in 10 schools and colleges. We also have over 300 student-run organizations you can choose from. And if you don't like any of those, you can create your own club. The Common App is the only way to apply to UMass Amherst. Hopefully that makes it easier for you. There are 2 timelines when you can apply: early action November 5th and regular decision January 15th. The process should start now by 1, working on your essay, 2, finding out who you want to write your recommendations, and 3, making a list of all your extracurricular activities. We are keeping the same deadlines, but we also understand a lot could happen between now, November, and January. With that in mind, we'll be flexible on an individual case-by-case basis. For the next 2 years, we'll be going test optional. Therefore, we will not be requiring test scores as part of the admissions process. You can submit your FAFSA by October 1st, and March 1st is the priority deadline. This is very important. Be prepared and make sure you give yourself plenty of time to meet these deadlines. As I said earlier, UMass Amherst has over 100 majors and 10 schools and colleges. Let me highlight a few. Our engineering program is ranked the best public engineering school in New England. HFA, Humanities and Fine Arts, is world-renowned, and the Department of Linguistics is ranked 3rd worldwide. CICS, College of Information and Computer Science, is ranked among the top 25 programs nationally. ISOM, or Eisenberg School of Management, is ranked #1 best public business programs in the Northeast. And our Stockbridge School of Agriculture is ranked 8th in the world in top agricultural universities and 3rd in the United States. Besides this info session, there are other events that you can be a part of. I recommend the virtual tours with our tour guides, which will give you more of a student perspective. And finally, stay in touch. Here are ways to connect through social media: Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you have questions for an admissions counselor, email general admissions account at mail@admissions.umass.edu. And if you have questions for a student, please email tours@umass.edu. Sorry for the technical difficulties.
No worries at all. Thank you so much for that. And we are going to move on to Susquehanna University and allow them to get their screen share up and running. But while that's happening, just want to encourage everyone on tonight, all of our attendees, to use that Q&A chat box. So that way you can get some good questions answered. And we're going to leave the floor over to Susquehanna University. And we'll
Thank you. Oh, sorry. Hi, everyone, and thank you so much for attending this presentation tonight. My name is Heather Pearson, and I'm an admissions counselor here at Susquehanna. I also graduated from the institution, so I'm very proud to be an alumni and also very excited to be working here as a professional. Many of you can't even pronounce Susquehanna like our facilitator couldn't. I apologize for throwing you under the bus, Julian. But I didn't know how to say it either. So here at Susquehanna, we are located in Selinsgrove, Pennsylvania. So central PA, we are in more of a rural setting, but we do have great chain restaurants as well as mom and pop and local businesses here right in Selinsgrove. But we're also surrounded by a lot of natural beauty. Our campus is only about a half mile away from the Susquehanna River. So many of our science students actually take that opportunity to do hands-on research opportunities there. Susquehanna has about 2,300 students or so from about 30 states. We are, about half of our population are from students within Pennsylvania. The other half are from nearby areas. But we do have a really strong curriculum that's centered in the liberal arts and education. So students will be taking classes both within the arts and science departments, but also to help them prepare professionally to be successful for a career or for a graduate school. So that means that we have very small class sizes. The average class size is only about 19 students with a student faculty ratio of 13:1. So really big attention to the individuals and rather addressing them as an individual rather than a number, just like at larger institutions. One of the more popular drawings of our institution is our Global Opportunities Program for students. So this is where 100% of our students will participate in it, and they will have a cross-cultural experience throughout their time. So they have 3 different ways they can complete this by. They can either go to a Go Short program, which are 2 to 6 week programs over the winter or the summer breaks. Programs including Puerto Rico, Hawaii, Nepal, just to name a few. Our second option is our Go Long programs, which are your traditional semesters abroad. So students will not only learn in a given partner institution, but they'll also live in that culture and be fully immersed in it. The third way is having another experience that's individualized through a Go Your Way program. So students can craft their own experience to make sure that they are getting what they want out of their experience. Susquehanna does have a lot of things to do both on and off campus. So we do have over 150 clubs and organizations from students to choose from. We do compete at the D3 level for varsity sports, but also have a multitude of both intramurals as well as club sports. In regards to our application process, we do accept the Common Application as well as the Susquehanna Success app. Both are free and both are weighted equally in that process. So it just depends on what the student wants to complete. We have been test optional since the 90s. So we do have quite a bit of experience in reading applications without those test scores. And I understand a lot of students are worrying about the SAT, but we are test optional, so students don't have to submit them. In addition to that, we ask for the standard information with the application, a letter of recommendation from a teacher or counselor, an essay, as well as the transcript. All students are automatically considered for merit scholarship once they apply. So students this past year, the top merit scholarship was $38,000. So a lot of money that students can receive just based off of their high school experience. We are open for on-campus visitors right now. So if students or parents are interested in attending and learning more about Susquehanna, we do have weekly as well as Saturday visits for students and their families, and they can register for that on our website. We do ask for students and their families, if they are interested in a virtual setting, that we do have events for that as well. If you have any questions, feel free to just go onto our website. We do split into territory managers. So if you have any questions specifically on your region, you can reach out to that counselor. I cover Virginia, Maryland, DC, and some parts of Pennsylvania. So I would be that point of contact for you if you are in any of those areas. Thank you so much for listening to me tonight. Hopefully you guys learned a little bit more about Susquehanna, and hopefully you will be more interested in visiting campus soon.
All right, thank you, Heather, so much. We're going to move over to Nova Southeastern University. If you want to start getting your screen share up and running, and everybody, please use that Q&A chat box throughout the evening, and make sure that you're addressing the school you want to answer your questions. So we'll leave it over to you at Nova Southeastern.
Thank you so much, Julian. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us and learning about all of these great institutions. My name is Julia Severance, and I will be representing Nova Southeastern University. So just to give you a little rundown, we are a private selective research institution here in sunny South Florida. And we're going to talk a little bit more about our location in these next couple of slides. I do just want to talk a little bit about just the basics here. We did start out as a doctoral program. We moved into our master's program, and we have officially opened our doors at the undergraduate level. So although we have 20,000 students on our main campus here, only 5,600 of them are undergraduate students. So because of the size, we have the opportunity to offer really small class sizes here at NSU. So our average is 17 students per class here, but I've seen classes anywhere from 5 to 30 students at one time, depending on what you're taking and at the time you are taking that class. Another great thing about NSU is our diversity here in South Florida. Not only do we have all 50 states represented on our campus, but we have over 100 different countries as well represented on our main campus, which we're really, really proud of, and we really love to continue to add to those numbers every year. So like I mentioned, research is a huge vocal point here at NSU. We do have over 225 research projects that happen in all areas of study. And we even have a dedicated government affiliated building on our campus to really facilitate those research projects, which are open not only to our graduates, but even our undergraduate students as well. So really a lot of potential for resume building here at NSU. Second to lastly, I do want to mention we have a dedicated career coach that's going to stand by your side throughout all 4 years as an undergraduate student, so that not only you can have a plan coming out of college, but you're also going to have that support system that you need throughout your entire 4 years here as an undergraduate student, and really make a smooth transition process for you, whether it be out in the real world or moving on to your graduate studies. Also, we are highly ranked not only on Forbes America's Top Colleges, but US News as well, and we continue to rise up those ranks every year. We do have over 50 different undergraduate degree programs that can be combined as double majors, minors, concentrations. These are just some of our main ones on the screen here, but again, you can go to our website and that entire resource is available to you as well. Some of our focuses are in the medical side of things. So many of our students that are coming in at the undergraduate level are bio majors. But again, we have plenty of room and opportunities for that liberal arts and that side of the academia for you. So at NSU, we have an ocean of opportunities for you. One of those is our Excel units. You are required as an undergraduate student to have at least 6. And the reason for that is because, again, not only do we want you to have an amazing resume, but we also want you to have the experience to back up those goals and next steps in your life. So definitely really awesome. You can earn them many ways. Again, travel studies, study abroad are ways you can earn Excel units. Also having conversations with your career coach or attending self-development events here on campus are other alternative ways for you to earn Excel units. And again, hitting on that research here, not only do we have plenty of research that happens on our main campus, but we also have an oceanographic center that is just 30 minutes south of our Fort Lauderdale campus. And that's where a lot of our anti-cancer therapies and coral reef restoration are currently happening. So again, also just another thing to earn Excel units is internships. We do have over 1,000 every year, not only internally at NSU, but even with partners in the South Florida area. So again, you're really going to have a great experience and opportunities here because there's so much to do, not only on our campus, but also in South Florida. So talking about things to do, we do have 17 NCAA Division II teams here on our campus. So definitely plenty of time for you to attend games, things of that nature. We don't unfortunately have a football team. However, we do have a partnership with the Miami Dolphins football team here in South Florida. Not only are you going to be able to have free tickets for you and your family, but you will also have the ability to utilize our shuttle bus, which goes to and from the Miami Dolphin home game so that you do not have to be stuck in Miami traffic all by yourself, which can be very horrible. Trust me, you do not want to be stuck in Miami traffic. Additionally, we also do have 120 different clubs and organizations, anything from Greek life, hobby-oriented, and academia-based. And it's really easy to get involved here at NSU because, again, we really have a small-knit community. And if there's something that you are unable to find, or maybe something that doesn't pique your interest as far as clubs and organizations, you can always start your own here at NSU with just 6 other friends and an advisor to help you throughout that process here at NSU. Last thing I want to mention as far as things to do, we also have the shuttle bus that will take you to the beach on the weekends. You can also utilize a shuttle bus for Walmart, Publix, and just a few other fun places around the South Florida area. So you don't need a car on campus. However, you don't have to pay for a car on campus, and freshmen are allowed to bring their cars on campus. So definitely some really great perks here at NSU. And just to finish off with some location, we are 15 minutes away from Fort Lauderdale Beach, 1 hour away from the Florida Keys, and 3 hours away from the second happiest place on the planet, NSU being the first, of course, and Disney being the second. Our average temperature is 77, but that's pretty cold for us Floridians. And we do have a lot of community service that happens every year at NSU because our students will give any excuse to go to the beach at any time, especially our Northerner students. So definitely a lot of fun things that can happen here at NSU that not only are going to benefit the community here, but benefit yourself and even the South Florida Community District down here. So that pretty much concludes my presentation. I'm happy to answer any questions. We are very active on our social media, so please make sure you're following us and staying up to date. And if you would like to be featured on our story, definitely use that hashtag.
Awesome. Thank you, Julia. We are going to start moving on to Emmanuel College and let them get their screen share up and running. If you guys ever want to look back at these sessions and see the recordings, you can do so by going to strivescan.com/Virginia. And we're going to leave the floor over to Ian.
Great. Thanks so much, Julian. Hey, everyone. My name is Ian Sonia. I'm one of the Senior Associate Directors of Admission at Emmanuel College in Boston. Really excited to be with you all here tonight. Emmanuel College, like I mentioned, we're located right in the heart of Boston, Massachusetts, up in the New England region. And we were founded in 1919 by the Sisters of Notre Dame de Namur. So we've been in operation for just over 100 years, which is very exciting, and really even just increasing on that and continuing to grow. We opened a brand new state-of-the-art nursing lab earlier this year and a brand new residence hall just 2 years ago, all apartment style for upperclassmen, which is great. So a little bit about just Emmanuel at a glance. So here at Emmanuel, we are made up of about 1,900 undergraduates coming from 36 different states and 42 different countries. And, really a hallmark of the Emmanuel experience is going to be the fact that we are a traditional liberal arts and sciences institution. As you can see, we're broken up into those 5 different schools: our School of Business and Management, School of Education, School of Humanities and Social Sciences, the Maureen Murphy Wilkins School of Nursing and Clinical Sciences, and our School of Science and Health. With over 70 different majors, minors, areas of study, students really have many opportunities to both major and minor in a variety of different areas. And if you're one of those students who is still undecided, that's totally fine too. We have a great academic advising corps, which really helps to allow you to explore some of our different undergraduate programs. One of the most unique things about our campus, even though we're right in the heart of Boston, we're about a 5-minute walk from Fenway Park, we're the home of the Boston Red Sox, about a 5-minute walk from the Museum of Fine Arts, and right in the Longwood Medical Area, one of the largest medical areas in the city and in the world. But at our heart, we're really a community-driven campus. We're actually fenced in on 3 sides, centered around a quad area, and we offer a 4-year residential experience. About 92% of our first-year students live on campus, and about 86% of students live on campus for the full 4 years. So really a great opportunity to have the city right outside the campus, but still really, have that traditional, tight-knit campus community and feel. So as I mentioned, we offer over 70 different majors, minors, and areas of study. Some of our most popular programs are going to be in biology, psychology, communication and media studies, business, which houses over 7 different majors, and our education program, offering degrees in both secondary and elementary education. A big highlight of Emmanuel is small class sizes. So we have a 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio. Average class size is about 19 students, and you would never have a class larger than about 30 students. And as you go through your curriculum, they tend to get a little bit smaller as you go along. As I mentioned, you don't necessarily need to know right away. The one exception being we do have a direct entry nursing program. So anyone on tonight who is considering nursing, that would be the program you have, the only program you have to apply directly into. But at Emmanuel, we have no TAs, no grad assistants. So all classes are led by really full-time faculty. And with just 3 graduate programs, our faculty really come to Emmanuel because they want to work hand in hand with undergraduates in the classroom and be partners in your academic journey, both during your time at Emmanuel and as you go beyond the Emmanuel experience. Now, a couple things that I feel like make the Emmanuel academic experience unique. The first is going to be undergraduate research. A lot of times that's rare at institutions, especially liberal arts schools, but that's not the case at Emmanuel. With our house right in the Longwood Medical Area, we have direct partnerships with institutions like Boston Children's Hospital, Harvard Medical School, Dana-Farber Cancer Research Center. Merck Pharmaceutical Corporation actually has their Northeast headquarters right on our campus. So students do a lot of research with faculty. They're able to co-author, co-publish, and travel and present at conferences across the country every year. Internships are also another integral part of the experience. Regardless of what you study, if it's theater arts or business management, you're required to do a minimum of 1 internship. And 60% of our students will actually do 2 internships or more. How else would you know if you want to do more of a startup culture or work for a Fortune 500 organization? Or if you're interested in psych, do you want to be more patient focused or more research focused? And our internships are available to students starting really the beginning of their 2nd year. And the good thing is with our location right in the heart of the city, you don't need to drive 45 minutes or take an hour-and-a-half train ride or wait till the summer to do an internship. You can really build it right into your academic schedule. And over 70% of our internship sites are within 2 miles of the campus, which is great. And, really based on this one-on-one individualized academic experience and our experiential learning, the results are really in the numbers. 96% of our students were employed within their major field of study within a year of graduation, and 92% of our students who were seeking admission to graduate school had been admitted. You can see kind of a small sampling of where our students have gone. Definitely the Boston, New England area, Northeast is popular, but we send students all across the country and even around the globe. So a little bit beyond academics, here at Emmanuel, we do have 16 different Division III athletic programs. We compete in the Great Northeast Athletic Conference. Being a D3 athlete's great because it's just one piece of the puzzle of who you are. And even if you don't play sports, it's great to be a fan at Emmanuel. We've been rated #1 for school spirit 6 out of the last 10 years, which is pretty cool when we have institutions around us that have over 20,000 plus students. We have over 100 different clubs, organizations, and areas of involvement, ranging from our service-based initiatives. We do a lot of community service, over 50,000 hours a year, and we run our own urban farming program right in the city of Boston as well. Lots of different multicultural and international student organizations, things in theater, dance, music. And if there's something that we don't have, it's really easy to start a club or organization. Just takes you and 6 of your best friends to find a faculty advisor, and bam, you can get a new club or organization. So it's a pretty simple process. Emmanuel is also one of 5 members of the Colleges of the Fenway, which is a consortium of schools located right in the neighborhood. Students actually have the benefit of being able to cross-register and take up to 40% of their courses at any of the member institutions. And they can also take part in a variety of different study abroad opportunities and whatnot through the colleges. Just a little bit about requirements to apply. We're on the Common Application. It's a free application to apply. Most of our students are going to fall around a B+, A- average. But in terms of just next steps, we are open for visits here at Emmanuel, so feel free to come up and tour campus if you want. We have a couple main application deadlines: Early Action 1, Early Action 2, and Regular Decision. So yeah, we hope to see you on campus. I'll be in the Q&A in case you guys have any questions, and feel free to follow us on social media. Take care. Have a great night.
Awesome. Thank you, Ian. And we are going to start shifting over to Averett University. We're going to allow them to get their screen share going. And we have Averett, then Virginia Tech. So 2 more presenters, enough time for anybody to pop in some questions in the Q&A chat box. We'll leave it over to Averett University.
Hi, welcome. I'm Sarah Hodges. I'm the assistant director at Averett University, and we're located in Danville, Virginia. So they tend to call it the heart of Virginia. So who is Averett University? So we have a suburban campus located in the historical side of Danville, which actually we're kind of landlocked. So we actually have 5 total campuses in Danville, which are our main campus, our athletic campus. We have our equestrian center, as well as our aviation campus, and then our nursing campus as well. So we're around 600 or 965 traditional students. We're 50-50 male and female. We have about a 33% diversity rate, as well as 11% international population. And then our average class size is around 10 to 12. You may see classes as large as 25, but usually they're around 10 to 12 students. Where is Danville? So we are located, like I mentioned, in the River District. So we have a trail that runs along our river, diverse community and cultures, and a lot of different things in growing environment here in Danville, Virginia. So student life. So our kind of motto is be a part from the start. So we encourage our students to, first day, find a club and organization that works with them. And kind of like the other ones have mentioned, it's very easy to start a club or organization at Averett. All you need is 2 students and an advisor to start your club that you may be interested in currently. And it's always changing. We have around 30 clubs and organizations, as well as intramural sports. So we have a service-based student body and learning environment. So we have what's called the CCECC, which is the Center for Community Engagement and Career Competitiveness. So with that, that has resume builder, mock interviews, lots of opportunities for our students to kind of find those internships that they may be interested in, and kind of that connection for after college, as well as community service and service learning classes. So here's a list of our majors and minors. Some that kind of stand out in our bigger majors is our aeronautics, which is our aviation program. We train commercial pilots. So being a small college is kind of unique to see so many, pilots, potential pilots on our campus, as well as our nursing students. And our biggest one is the physical education, is our top major that has lots of different things with our pre-athletic training, pre-physical therapy, pre-OT, as well as the physical education component with the teaching, coaching, all those different things. And then our education is also a top major of ours as well. So we have 16 NCAA Division III athletic teams, and we also have a competitive dance and cheer program. And then we also started the varsity esports program, and then we have our equestrian team as well. So those are our athletics, which always around 50% of our students are student athletes. So applying to Averett, very easy. It's a free application just on our website as well. We don't require an essay. We just ask for your transcripts. We did go test optional this year, as in next year, I don't know, we probably will continue to be test optional, but all we ask for is transcripts and test scores if they do have them. And it is on our website, very easy to apply, takes you about 7 minutes. Financial aid, so once the student applies to Averett, they automatically qualify for our merit scholarships. That's based off of their GPA, as well as any, the FAFSA, if they go through that process, they could qualify for some Averett assistance. And then we offer VTAG, because we're a private university located in Virginia. If the student is a Virginia resident, then they qualify for VTAG, which is the Virginia Tuition Assisted Grant. And then we have that FAFSA listed as they can apply and start applying for that October 1st. We are open for visits every day, Monday through Friday. We do have Saturdays open as well, but we do 4 different tour times. We try to limit 1 to 2 families per tour time. And then we actually, this Saturday, we are having our first on-campus event, which we are really excited about, to welcome students on our campus to show them what Averett has to offer. But their website online will show you how to sign up for those visits. It's very easy, but we have those 4 different tour times. If you follow us on our social media, we'll let you know of different events going on, different things going on campus. We also have a virtual tour. So we have that option where students are able to go on and get that virtual tour, and then obviously come and visit Averett as well. So this is it. So if you guys have any questions, use that chat. I'll be here, and I hope you guys have a good evening. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sarah. And our final presenter for the evening is going to be Virginia Tech. So we're going to allow them to get their screen share up and running. And here we are. So we will hand the floor over to Virginia Tech.
Awesome. Thank you, Julian. Hello, everyone. Now it's time to talk tech, and we're going to talk Virginia Tech. I am Chris Thompson, and I am one of the admissions counselors for the location of Virginia, and I'm glad to talk to you all tonight about Hokie Nation. Now, where are we located? We are located in the heart of the New River Valley of Southwest Virginia. We are in Blacksburg, and it's an easy drive from anywhere across the state. But one of the great things about Blacksburg, Virginia, we're not just a college town. We are a destination. And when your family and friends come to visit, they are not going to want to leave. And that's because we have the Blue Ridge Parkway, the Appalachian Trail, Claytor Lake State Park, the gorgeous lake and beach area. And in the wintertime, when you're tired of exam season, you can jump the mountains into West Virginia, and within about an hour, you can be in some of the most prime skiing in the Mid-Atlantic region. And that is why Virginia Tech students are considered some of the most fittest and active in the nation. Now, I've been with Virginia Tech for about 16 years, and people ask me, what is the thing you love the most about Virginia Tech? The thing I love the most is the thing I miss the most, and that is jumping in Lane Stadium on game day. There is nothing else in this world that is going to give you chills than jumping with 60,000 Hokies on game day in Lane Stadium when they're blasting Enter Sandman. And a little thing that's little known outside of the townies here in Blacksburg is that on game day, when everyone is jumping, it is actually registered as a small earthquake on the Richter scale. It is crazy here in Blacksburg on game day. Now, our motto is Ut Prosum, and that means that I may serve. Everything we do here at Virginia Tech, we do it with a focus of service to others. That includes our teaching, our research, and our outreach. One example is our annual Relay for Life event. It is the largest collegiate Relay for Life event in the nation. Over the past 10 years, our students have organized and themselves raised more than $6 million to help find a cure for cancer. We're so very proud of their achievement. Another thing about Hokie Nation, we are nationwide and we are worldwide, and we are even on Antarctica. Yeah, we're with the penguins. Now, one of the great things about Hokie Nation is we support each other, and our alumni are employed by some of the most prestigious organizations in the nation and in the world. And I'm talking about Booz Allen, Citibank, JP Morgan Chase, NBC, the CIA, Disney. And a close friend of mine works for SpaceX. He's one of our aerospace engineering alums. And when he's looking for people to fill positions on his projects, he's catching flights to Blacksburg, Virginia, because he knows Virginia Tech graduates not only graduate with that academic rigor, but they graduate with a practical hands-on experience, ready to hit the ground running. Now, we have 9 colleges here at Virginia Tech, and that also adds our Virginia Maryland College of Veterinary Medicine and our Virginia Tech Carilion School of Medicine. Now, when you're looking at all of these colleges, it is a lot. It's even more when you consider the majors and minors that we have here at Virginia Tech. More than 150 options here at Virginia Tech, and that includes everything from early childhood development to packaging systems design, and all the way over to the other end of the spectrum where you have mining and ocean engineering and everything in between. You design your interests and your majors here at Virginia Tech. Now, let's talk about the admissions process. We are holistic. And what does that mean? That means we view you as an individual and not just a number. And when we look at you, we want to know about you academically, and we want to know about you as an individual. So on your academic component, we want you to self-report your academic records. So you don't have to submit your transcripts, but you will enter those in self-report. And when we look at that, we want to see rigor. We want to see you being challenged in high school, because that's going to prepare you for the rigor of Virginia Tech. Now, this last year, we were test optional, and we just got word today, we will be test optional for the next upcoming cycle. So if you don't want to take the SATs or ACTs, don't sweat it. You can simply forego those this next year. Now, another great thing about Virginia Tech that's different from other colleges and universities is we don't do recommendation letters and we don't do resumes. So you can just check those off your list as complete. But what we do have on our application is the Ut Prosum essay. And in that essay, it is exclusive to us. And we want to know more about you as an individual that your transcripts just don't tell us. And in those, we want to know about your service experience, your resilience, your leadership experience, and your long-term goals. We want to know if Virginia Tech is a good fit for you and if you're a good fit for Virginia Tech. Now let's briefly talk deadlines. Early decision is November 1. Early decision is for those of you who are absolutely set on Virginia Tech and there is no other option. If you're offered, you're coming. November 1 is the deadline for that. Next is early action. Deadline for that is December 1. That is if you're interested in Virginia Tech, but you're also looking at other colleges as well, because we're going to notify you mid-February, and around that time, you're also going to have your financial aid information and offers from other colleges. That is the most ideal that we recommend to students who are considering multiple colleges. Last but not least is our regular decision deadline. That is January 15th. That is space availability, least desirable option, because that is only if we have space remaining available. You can be a valedictorian of your high school, and if you apply regular decisions and our spaces are already full, you could very well be waitlisted, and it happened quite a bit this year. Do not do regular decision. Definitely consider early decision or early action. Now, why Virginia Tech? Well, 83% graduation rate, almost double the national average. 82% of our undergraduates within 6 months are either pursuing professional school or in their careers. The average starting salary at Virginia Tech is no longer $60,000. We just got the numbers, and it's more than $62,000 starting right out of undergrad. And I think we can all agree that's a pretty solid bank starting out. And last but not least, our retention rate. Our first year students come back that second year. More than 9 out of 10 come back. Why? Because they love Blacksburg, they love Hokie Nation, and they love Virginia Tech. Now, how do you apply? Coalition or Common App makes no difference to us. Whichever system works best for you, visit vt.edu/apply, and be sure you're following us on socials for the latest news and updates. We are TikToking now, so now TikTok, so be sure you're following us on that as well. Have a great evening, and thank you for joining today.
Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone who has presented tonight. Really appreciate it. Love to hear all of the great information and great things going on at your campuses. So since we have some time left, we're going to get started with a round robin sort of questioning here. And the first question is going to be, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? What we're going to do is we're going to get started right back up at the top with University of Massachusetts Amherst. What advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
Sure. Right off the bat, do your research. Do your research, go see the school, and ask a ton of questions. Ask the students on the campus, what do you like about the school? What don't you like about the school? What would you change about the school? You're the ones that's going to be there for the next 4 years. I'm already there, so I can tell you that I love the school. But like I said, do your research and use me. Contact your admissions advisor. Okay, I can help you through the process. That's very important.
Awesome. Thank you. And Susquehanna University.
Yeah, so I would say own your college search process. You want to make sure that you are asking multiple different questions and making sure that you're not leaving any answers or any questions unanswered. And you also want to be making sure that the student is doing the research rather than the parent or whomever else is involved with the search process, because ultimately it's a student's decision for the next 4 years, and you want to make sure that the student is funding their home.
Awesome. Thank you. Nova Southeastern University.
Yeah, I definitely would have to say once you solidify the schools you really are interested, definitely start honing in and researching on those scholarships, because there's so many options for incoming freshmen that get unused every year, just because students are so focused on applying to college that they tend to forget there's a whole nother portion of funding that's out there for them to utilize. So
Great. Thank you. Emmanuel College.
Yeah, I would just say personalize your experience as much as you can. If your schools that you're looking at offer a personal interview, or, reach out to your admission counselor and see if you can talk to a faculty member or talk to an academic advisor. I think being able to do that for your schools will help just give you a little bit of a deeper, better perspective.
Thank you. Averett University.
The one thing, like, don't be afraid to visit multiple colleges and universities. I think that was always, you can't put your eggs in all one basket. So enjoy the experience. Like they said, ask questions, ask the hard questions, and obviously look for those outside scholarships, because there's a lot of them out there.
Awesome. Thank you. And then Virginia Tech.
The one thing I recommend the most is get to know your region's admissions counselor, and definitely keep in touch with them, and keep in touch with your high school counselor as well. They get paid to do this work, so be sure that you're working them and you're getting funding through local scholarships, and you're getting that info, and you're getting the most current information from all colleges and universities as well. So be sure that you're contacting your high school counselor as well.
Awesome. And with a few minutes left, we're going to ask one more question. What is your favorite campus event or tradition? And we'll get right back up at the top there.
Well, at UMass Amherst, every Halloween, our dining commons serves filet mignon and lobster for about 8 hours. So you don't want to miss that.
Awesome. And Susquehanna University.
Going along the food theme for that, here at Susquehanna, we do have many traditions throughout the school year, but one of my personal favorites is our annual Thanksgiving dinner. So it's right before students go home to spend Thanksgiving with their family, but they're able to spend it on campus with their family from Susquehanna. So students not only get to eat and enjoy the holiday, but they're actually served by our professors and staff here at Susquehanna. And our president, President Green, actually carves the turkey for students. So they'll have a whole turkey and sides. It's a great holiday and tradition here at Susquehanna.
Awesome. Nova Southeastern.
yeah, one of our best traditions here is the anything that floats raffers. So students will literally try to find anything and everything to get to the center of our fin, which was created by our engineering club that moves around our Gold Circle Lake in front of our Horvitz building. And whoever gets to that, whichever club or organization gets to the fin first, they actually win $2,000 for their club or organization for that academic year. So it gets pretty competitive down here in South Florida during the winter season.
Awesome. And Emmanuel College.
Yeah, I would say probably every spring we host an international hospitality night. So it's a whole evening and day long committed to international student organizations, kind of like a culture fest, music, dance, food. So really great for our students to be able to showcase kind of their multicultural backgrounds.
Perfect. Thank you. And Averett University?
One thing we do pretty big is homecoming. So that's kind of we welcome back our alumni and also get our current students involved and have kind of events going on that whole week. So it's fun to see different students interacting with alumni where they're getting, that connection and stuff like that, as well as like a hometown dinner and get together. And then they have the traditional football game with tailgating, all that fun stuff. So I would say
Awesome.
homecoming week.
Awesome. Virginia Tech?
I would say our big event that is for the locals is that on the first day of snow every year, our drill field turns into a battlefield. And that's because our Corps of Cadets roll out on the drill field, as well as thousands of undergrads and graduate students for a tremendous snowball fight. And I avoid the drill field on those days at all cost.
All righty. Let me just get this last screen share up and running. And I just want to thank you all for joining us, our presenters, our attendees. Again, this has been great to just hear what's going on. And from my personal point of view, this is awesome for attendees to do, because I wish this was offered back when I was a student. I would have had a lot more broader perspective of all the schools that are out there. So thank you all for taking the time and sharing with us and also listening. So there's going to be a quick 4-question survey that's going to appear right after you close this window. Please feel free to fill that out. And then as far as sessions, there are no more for this, but you can check out the recordings within about a week at strivescan.com/Virginia. And good luck on the college search process. Have a great rest of the week. Take care.